We all know the significance that Tabernacle Baptist Church has been for our community, and how the history of the church dates back as far as 1855 still echoes today. Roots so deep that our foundation is as solid as a rock. In the foundation of the church, something new is happening. Along with the $250,000 grant our church received from the National Fund for Sacred Places, we also received a $25,000 grant from the African American Association of Museums National Park Service to renovate the chapel. And thanks to Autumn Smith and John Williams, that renovation is nearly complete.
Our company specializes in designing and producing museum-style exhibits. And so that, on a daily basis, that entails sort of many different tasks. We look at it sort of in terms of a hierarchy. So we look at it first on sort of a high level. We want to understand what the full story is and what the key narratives are. We have a variety of artifacts in front of us here, and so we're going to be working with these artifacts to determine what an artful and meaningful presentation or display of those objects are in the cases. So we're going to be looking at each and every object and determining the best way we can position those in the cases and line those up with their artifact labels to help support the story. Autumn had contacted me early this summer, late spring, early summer, and said, hey, we have this project in Augusta. We have some important anniversary dates coming up in late summer, and we want to have a special exhibit. You know, what can we do? What can we accomplish in this period of time? So we worked together. We rolled up our sleeves really quickly and got to work designing the graphics, the artifact labels, designing the layouts for those, and designing the casework, and presenting the design to Autumn. We had several iterations, and so that's kind of how it happened. It happened very quickly and very organically. Museum-style exhibit design is very unique. It's so unique that in the aspect that it's almost always narrative-driven. So by narrative, like there's a lot of history, there's a lot of stories that are told in all of these objects. You look at some of these photographs, some documents that are key steps in the history of this church, and those are something that in my opinion, should be very near and dear to the heart of the organization, because that's their beginning. That's sort of their origin story, if you will. For me personally, and the rest of Shibui Design, that's what really gets us excited about telling other people's stories. This is your story to tell. So we like to think that we can help you tell that story in an engaging way. I knew nothing about the history of Augusta other than, people recognize it as a golf place, right? I'm not a golfer, but that's kind of the story that most people know, and that was, including myself. So it was really rewarding to understand, some of the rest of the history of Augusta.
And very soon, Tab family, you will be able to be in the presence of history. Thank you so much for worshiping with us at the historic Tabernacle Baptist Church, a local church making a global impact.